At my own birthday dinner, they told me to be okay with my wife cheating on me. With my rich brother, can a single glance unravel everything you thought was true? At James's birthday dinner, the restaurant glowed with promise. Candlelight dancing, jazz weaving through the air, and a cake awaiting his wish. He expected celebration, but a fleeting touch between his wife, Emily, and his brother Ethan sparked a chilling dread. Was it innocent, or a sign of something darker? Emily's radiant blue dress and Ethan's smug grin hid secrets that twisted James's gut. As laughter filled the room, a deeper question burned. How long had his family known? The night promised joy, but a storm was brewing, one that would expose lies and shatter bonds. With every clink of wine glasses, James sensed a betrayal ready to erupt. What would he uncover? The answer lay in a folder of damning truths, poised to ignite a reckoning that would change everything. They told me to accept my wife's affair with my rich brother. They told me to be mature at my own birthday dinner. That night, the restaurant shimmered with candles, soft jazz in the air, and a 3-tier cake waiting for my wish. My wife, Emily, wore blue, the kind of blue that turns every head in the room. She leaned close, whispering, "Tonight will be unforgettable." She wasn't wrong, just not how I hoped. Across the table sat my brother Ethan, wealthy, smug, sporting a watch I recognized. I'd given it to him years ago. His hand grazed Emily's under the table. Quick, subtle, but I saw. My gut churned. I'd spent weeks ignoring signs. Emily, home late, smelling of cologne I didn't use, laughing at Ethan's lame jokes, guarding her phone like it held secrets. I thought I was paranoid, that I could fix it. I was mistaken. That night, everyone was there. My parents, Emily's sister Laura, Ethan, friends, all pretending, all lying. As wine flowed, so did truth. My mother clinked her glass, stood, and said, "James, you're a good man, strong, and strong men face modern realities." I blinked. What's that mean? Laura looked away. My father coughed. Ethan grinned like a fox. "It means, little bro, Emily and I are in love. It's been going on, but don't take it personally. It just happened." Emily didn't flinch, crossed her legs, sipped wine, and said, "You weren't meeting my emotional needs, James, or physical." There it was, a dagger in my chest. Everyone watched, waiting for me to crack. I scanned the table. They knew, helped her hide it. My mother whispered, "Don't make a scene. Accept it. Be mature." I stared at Emily, twirling her hair like in a rom-com. I clenched my fist under the table, nodded slightly. My cue. 3 men approached from the restaurant's back, dressed as waiters, but they weren't. Emily paled. Ethan shifted. I leaned forward, calm, and said, "You two should start being honest because they're not here for dessert." One man dropped a folder before Emily. Photos spilled. Grainy, clear. Her sneaking into Ethan's penthouse in lingerie, kissing him at a park, dishevelled in a hotel elevator, post-tryst. She stared, speechless, a rare sight. "I hired a PI 3 months ago," I said. "I prayed I was wrong, but here we are." Laura cried. My dad blanched. Ethan stood, fists tight. "You're overreacting." I laughed, bitter. "No, Ethan. Overreacting is sleeping with your brother's wife and pitching it as progressive." Emily found her voice. "This is low, James. You've always been petty. Now you're pathetic." I stood slowly, slid my ring off, dropped it in her wine glass. "Happy birthday to me." I walked out. Chaos erupted behind. Shouts, chairs scraping, my mother pleading for calm. I was gone. They didn't know this night was just the start. I didn't go home. I drove for hours, city lights fading, hands gripping the wheel too tight. I couldn't erase her face, unfazed, twisting the knife like I was a fool she'd outgrown. Leaving the restaurant, a weight lifted, pretending ignoring signs, loving someone who saw me as expendable. I stopped in a lot by a rundown motel, still in my dinner shirt, sitting in silence for 20 minutes. My phone lit up, Emily calling, 10 texts already. Early ones mocked. Seriously, so dramatic. You embarrassed yourself, not me. Grow up. Then desperate. Where are you? We need to talk. James, don't do anything rash. I let it ring, blocked her. At 2 a.m., I reopened the PI's folder. Each photo hit like a fist. Dates, timestamps. Over a year of Emily lying, family, dinners where my blood mocked me. Ethan, who'd stolen my toys as kids, blaming me, now took what little I had with his money, charm, connections. Emily enabled it, made me feel faulty. Nights she came home, exhausted, too tired for me, snapping at my jealousy. Now I knew. I checked into the motel, collapsed on the bed, didn't sleep, stared at the ceiling, wondering how my life became this wreck. Morning brought pounding on the door. Laura, Emily's sister, eyes red, sleepless. James, can we talk? She quavered. I let her in wordlessly. She sat on the bed's edge. I didn't know how deep it was. I suspected flirting, texting, not that. You knew enough, I cut in. You watched, sat at dinner, let them humiliate me. She froze. Okay, she snapped. I was sick, but what could I do? Emily manipulates everyone, said you were controlling, suffocating. I laughed. Suffocating. I funded her bakery, backed every wild idea, never raised my voice, even when she reeked of his cologne at 3 a.m. Laura looked down. I'm sorry, James. She's not who I thought. None of us expected this. She called me pathetic, I said quietly. At my birthday, after I gave everything. Laura nodded. She's saying you set her up, humiliated her, that she's unsafe with you. That hit hard. I stood. Unsafe. After lying, cheating, dragging me through dirt. Laura stood too. She's twisting it, playing victim. Always has. Protect. Yourself, James. She's not done. I nodded. Don't worry. I'm done playing nice. That evening, I went home. The house was still. Emily sat in the living room, arms crossed, like I owed her an apology. You finally showed up, she said. You owe me a talk. I stared coldly. No, you owe me my time, dignity, and 2 years of my life. She stood. You embarrassed me publicly. I could have handled this with grace, but you made it a spectacle. I stepped closer. Grace, you slept with my brother. Think I should have applauded? She rolled her eyes. You always exaggerate. It was comfort, emotional connection. You stopped listening. What? Ethan listens to your problems or just your sighs? I shot back. Her face twisted. You're disgusting. No, Emily, I said, grabbing a folder. You're disgusting. This is your divorce notice. My lawyer's next. She tried to speak, but I was upstairs, done with lies, done with her. She didn't know I wasn't just leaving. I was taking everything, and I wasn't done. 2 days of silence, save for drawers as I packed. Emily acted unfazed, like a queen of a ruined castle, expecting me to beg. She misjudged the wound's depth. I didn't cry. Anger held it back, forged like iron in my chest. I moved through the house like a shadow, recalling fights she started to vanish for nights. Girls' trips, ending with her smelling of another man. Ethan showed up day 3, bold enough to knock. I opened the door, stared through the screen. Got a minute? He asked, adjusting his shades. Magazine ad slick, watch, shaved, arrogance like aftershave. I walked away, left the door open. He entered cautiously, sensing a trap. Maybe he should have. Didn't mean it to go like this, he began. Tried to fight it. We both did. Bullshit, I snapped, tossing a shirt into a box. You slept with my wife while telling me to trust her, telling Mom and Dad it was for my good. He winced. They didn't want you hurt. I laughed, dark. Then they shouldn't have hidden the blade. Ethan shifted. Emily said, "You were distant, falling apart." I wanted to help her. I stepped closer, heat rising. "You wanted my life. Always have. Not about her. About winning." "I didn't plan this, James. I love her." I shook my head. "No, you love what she represents. My home, my peace. You couldn't stand me happy." He opened his mouth. I raised a hand. "Here's the deal. I've got PI reports, texts, hotel records, Emily's voice bragging about fooling me. If you or family come after me, legal, financial, emotional, I'll torch everything you value, everything." Ethan froze, stunned by this me. He saw me as the nice brother, quiet. Now he didn't know me. He left silently. That night, Emily made her last play, entering the bedroom where I packed, wearing that blue dress from dinner. No remorse, just strategy. "Really doing this?" she asked. "Think I'm bluffing?" She stepped closer, voice soft. "You can't survive alone. You don't know how." I stood tall. "Think you're essential? I worshipped you, and you spit in my face, convincing me I was lucky." Her hand touched my chest. "You still love me. I feel it." I moved her hand. "No, I loved who you pretended to be. She's not real." Her face twisted. "You're throwing away our life because I found someone who makes me alive?" I didn't answer. She paused at the door. "You'll regret this." I met her eyes. "No, you will." She left. I finished packing, locked the door, left the keys on the counter. No note. I wanted her to face the silence, realizing she lost, the one who cared. But it wasn't over. She had no idea what was next. Morning. I walked into my lawyer's office, USB in pocket, fire in chest. The receptionist eyed me, maybe sensing sleeplessness. I hadn't slept. Inside, my attorney, Tom Reed, greeted me. "You look battle-ready," he said. I sat. "This is war." I slid the USB across. "Everything's there. Audio, video, photos, dates. I want divorce clean, fast, brutal." He raised an eyebrow. "Brutal." "She lied, cheated, smeared me, turned my family against me," I said, staring. "I want the house, car, every cent I put into her bakery. Restraining order on Ethan if he comes near." Tom nodded, plugged in the USB. As files loaded, his eyes flickered, seeing the story's ugliness. He scanned photos. "This is overkill. She won't just lose. She'll sink." "Good," I said. "Let her drown." That afternoon I met Laura again, not for trust, but to gauge depth. At a quiet diner, she was there, fidgeting with a to-go cup. "Told Emily you left," she said softly. She didn't flinch, said you'd crawl back. I smirked. "She's in for a shock." Laura looked up. "There's more. Emily wasn't just with Ethan." My stomach knotted. "What?" She looked guilty. "Months ago, she bragged about a Miami weekend with a finance guy, drunk, saying she had vacation rules. Not just Ethan. He was safe. Others were flings." My face drained. "How long?" Laura didn't answer. Didn't need to. I leaned back, stung. I was the constant while she played. "She's toxic," Laura whispered. "My sister, but a monster in heels." "Don't know her anymore," I said. "Neither do I added. "And I lived with her." Later, I sent Emily a message via Tom, brief, cold. "All contact through my attorney. Direct attempts are harassment, goodbye." She replied, "Coward." I ignored it, but she persisted. That night, a video from an unknown number. Emily, in our bedroom, silk-clad, makeup perfect, voice saccharine. "Everyone needs the truth," she said. "James was cold, distant, stopped touching me, pushed me to others." My jaw tightened. I watched. "Ethan was there when James wasn't. Made me feel beautiful. I don't regret it. I survived a loveless marriage." I laughed bitterly. Loveless. She begged me to propose, chose the date, venue, song, then played victim. She posted it publicly next day, tagged friends, called it her truth. It backfired. Comments: "You cheated. Own it. He adored you. You got caught." Ethan's ex commented: "She said the same when sneaking with Ethan behind me." Emily's narrative unraveled. I wasn't done pulling threads. Revenge wasn't loud, not broken dishes or scenes. She'd expect that. I rewrote the rules, started with the bakery I funded, named Silver Glow, ironic now, a soft mask for her sharpness. I contacted my bank, sent receipts, transaction logs, tied purchases to my account. Emily had put it in her name for tax reasons. She'd said I signed foolishly, but the lease was mine. Within a week, I served eviction. She stormed into Tom's office, face red, mascara streaked, yelling like he slept with Ethan. "You can't take it," she screamed. "My brand, my store." Tom stayed calm. "Your client funded it, Mrs. Carter. No financial input, no ownership." She turned to me, furious. "This is revenge, so petty." I held steady. "You were never a partner, just a spoiled tenant." She stormed out. The building sighed as the door slammed. I dug deeper via Laura, bribed slightly, accessed Emily's, cloud texts, calls, deleted photos, found the finance guy, married, kids, Emily's photos with him in bed, his ring on. I sent his wife an anonymous flash drive. Note: "You deserve truth." From one betrayed to another. 3 days later, he ghosted. Emily's phone exploded. Blocked. Calls, texts. "You ruined my life. My wife left. Never contact me." She unraveled, showed up at our old place, banging, crying, screaming to talk. I'd moved, sold furniture. The new owner called police. Laura called next morning. "She's melting down, cried all night, blames me." "You hid it," I said. "Own it." "I know I deserve it. But she's not done. Claims you were abusive. Scared her." I froze. "What?" "She's talking to a gossip blogger. Wants to smear you. Play victim." That snapped the last restraint. She wanted to ruin my name because truth didn't suit her. I made a video. Simple. One camera. Honest. I laid out the affair. PI reports. Receipts. Betrayal. No insults. Just truth. Ended. I loved someone masked. When it slipped, I saw a stranger. This isn't revenge. It's release. I've let her go. It went viral. Not for fame, but for rawness. Every betrayed person saw themselves. Emily's response video. Tearful. Desperate. Flopped. Her charm faded. Lies tired. Mask broken. I was gone. Stronger. Smarter. Free. A week later, I rented a downtown loft. Bare. One couch. Bed. Peace. Silence was best. No angry heels at 2 a.m. No shouting. No cologne-soaked excuses. Just me. Enough for the first time. Emily didn't stop. Using fake accounts, burner numbers, mutual friends to talk. One afternoon, Alex, an old friend, called. Saw Emily at a cafe, screaming at some guy like a TV villain. Said your name claimed she made you. You're nothing without her. I smiled. She's struggling with irrelevance, huh? Alex lowered his voice. She looked desperate, slipping. Good. Let her. That night, an email. No subject. Video. File. I hesitated, clicked. Emily. No makeup, hoodie, tears, eyeliner smeared. "James," she began, voice shaky. "I don't know who I am." I paused, breathed, resumed. "I messed up, was selfish, cruel. Thought you'd always forgive. When you didn't, I broke." She stared at the lens. "I lied about Ethan, others, used your kindness like it was endless. Now you're gone, and I hate it." I watched, not for missing her, but for closure. Not an apology. Regret for losing her safety net. A narcissist's panic as the spotlight dimmed. I archived it, didn't reply. 2 days later, I ran into Ethan by chance. leaving a shop with a young blonde, influencer style, phone obsessed. He saw me, froze, gave a weak smile. Hey, I nodded. Ethan. She sent you the video? Yep. He scratched his neck. She's not great, keeps showing up, says she messed up. Told her I don't do second chances. I laughed, dry. Welcome to the club. No handshake, no brotherly pretense, just strangers with shared blood. As I turned, he called, You handled this better than I could. Respect. I didn't reply. Didn't need his respect, had my dignity, more than he'd grasp. Weeks, then a month passed. Divorce finalized, clean, no fight for the house. She knew better. I donated her designer bags to charity, sold her rings for therapy, burned the wedding photos in a fire pit, drink in hand, peace in heart, wrote a note on my wall. You loved her harder than she deserved, left when it hurt most. That's strength. Now I sleep better, laugh deeper, eat without tension, date without paranoia. Emily's a chapter, lesson, warning, a name I don't flinch at. I survived betrayal, came out clean. 3 months later, nightmares stopped. I didn't reach for someone absent or unwanted. Mornings were quiet, my reflection fierier, not bitter, sharper. Seeing fake smiles, manipulation, memory, rewrites. Just when I thought it settled, Laura called. She's spiraling, she said, no greeting. Lost her bakery, can't get hired. Tried an influencer brand, flopped. Now she's talking about suing you. For what? I asked calmly. Says, you ruined her career, emotional distress, defamation. I sighed. She's gasping for noise. Laura paused. She says she's pregnant, claims it's yours. I laughed hard. Impossible. We haven't touched in over a year. She was busy with musical lovers. Laura softened. Everyone knows. She's pulling for attention, unraveling slowly, wanting eyes on her. I didn't get mad, felt no panic, poured a drink, sat by the window, let silence speak. Emily was the storm. I thought love meant bracing the roof, but love doesn't ask you to drown. 2 weeks later, I saw her, unplanned, at a gallery opening a friend invited me to, out of curiosity. There she was, in black, lips crimson, walking, untouched. But cracks showed, the mask misaligned. She saw me, paused, smirked like we shared a joke. I looked at her. Nothing. No hate, no longing. She approached. You look good. You look familiar, I said. That cut deeper than planned. Her smirk vanished. I'm not here to fight, she whispered. I'm sorry, really, for everything. I glanced at the chaotic paintings. People only apologize when the crowd leaves. I lost everything, she said. Ethan, the bakery, friends, family barely answer. You're the only one who saw me. No, I corrected. I saw who I wanted you to be, my fantasy in your face. She swallowed. I don't expect forgiveness, just needed to say it for me. I nodded. Say it. Walk away. Mean it. She didn't argue, cry, just looked with eyes holding regret. Loss, maybe. She vanished into the crowd. I left soon after, slept better than in years. No ghosts, no what-ifs. The chapter closed, ink dry, pain no longer scripture. Betrayal doesn't just break your heart. It shows who you are without their shadow. I found myself in her silence, liked it. It ended on a Tuesday, quiet, no drama. Just realizing the story was done. No sequel needed. Court papers arrived, crisp, heavy. My name beside hers, split by marriage dissolved. I stared, not sad, not missing her, but at the surreal end of lies, confusion, false promises. Not broken, not angry, released. That evening, I returned to that restaurant. Same, corner table, city lights through glass. No cake, no traitor in blue, just me. Steak medium rare, whiskey neat. Waiter asked if I awaited someone. I shook my head. just sitting with the past a moment. I thought of the blue dress, affair, brother, lies, humiliation. But more, how far I'd come. Rebuilt piece by piece, started my own business, reconnected with those I'd pushed away, pleasing the unpleasable. I smiled without doubt, laughed freely, trusted myself. To anyone in my hell, I'd say, you don't owe silence. Don't be mature when they spit on loyalty. Don't carry their guilt for their crimes. Survive to see who you are without them. Once you do, don't look back. That quiet, forgiving, self-destructive you dies when you stand. What's born is unbreakable. Here's to the end, not love, not trust, but Emily, her lies, her perfume-like deception. I raised my glass to the skyline, sipped, and walked out, never looking back. In betrayal's crucible, the heart learns its fiercest truths. James's unraveling at the hands of Emily's deceit wasn't just a severance of vows, it was a revelation of his own unbreakable core. The lesson seers. Those who shatter your trust expose their own fragility, not yours. Emily's affair with Ethan, unveiled amidst the candles of James's birthday, laid bare her need for chaos, but his triumph was in rising above her lies. His counsel: heed the whispers of disloyalty, furtive glances, guarded phones, before they scream. Release those who treat your love as a game, not a gift. Rebuild on authenticity, even if alone. Pain forges clarity, teaching you to value your own worth. Embrace the freedom of a life untainted by deceit, where every step is yours. Betrayal may wound, but it also unveils the warrior within, ready to live boldly, unapologetically whole.